Whatever kind of night you're having, start it off right with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. Whether you're mixing up a bullet bourbon old-fashioned for a cozy night in, or Kettle One Bloody Mary bar for a birthday brunch, you can get the perfect beer, wine, and spirits for any occasion delivered with Drizzly. So,
what's it gonna be?
Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com to choose your drinks today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Free Terrible Gamers. I'm here with Ashton as always.
Hey guys, how you doing this week?
Alright. We have one topic left over from last week, technically
that I forgot, and well, I deleted it, so I didn't have it, but yeah.
I had missed, so I guess technically from whenever I'd done it last time, so technically the last 2 weeks, but still.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Still has time.
But yeah, it's still half time. We got like 2024 before it's old news. Fallout is getting a TV series.
Yeah, so it says here, Fallout is an upcoming 2024 American post-apocalyptic drama television series developed by Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan for Amazon Prime Video. It is based on the role-playing video game franchise created by Interplay Entertainment and now owned by Bethesda Softworks. And that is from Wikipedia. So take it how you will. But that's all I got on it. So not much really to say on Fallout. If you don't already know about Fallout, then play it.
Yeah, I mean, only thing really to add to that, because I got literally the same exact source from Wikipedia. But, I mean, I think Fallout is seeing what's happening with the whole entire video game and TV collaboration now, since companies have more bigger budgets. It's theming the land a lot more, like with Halo, Mario. I mean, obviously Mario was a movie, but still, just the whole concept in itself with Sonic, and like I said, literally everybody is succeeding in it nowadays. So
Right.
You'd be stupid not at the company.
I mean, at least you'd be stupid not to give it a shot. If it fails. But, I mean, something like Fallout, it's got enough content to, I think it'd do pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Let's just see if the movie managed to have bugs or not.
Yeah. Bethesda. I guess Starfield done pretty good, for Bethesda, so.
Yeah, we'll see if they decide to do a Starfield show, if this one is any good.
That'd be a deep show. A Starfield show.
I mean, a Fallout show would be pretty deep. I mean, you think from every single game that they have for Fallout anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
I just wonder which one they're going to decide to use, or if they're going to do something like completely different from because they've basically done a different vault in each game.
I don't think they'll do Fallout 76. Probably Fallout 4. Maybe not. Maybe they'll start over, but I'd say probably Fallout 4.
That's fair. We'll see in 2024, I guess.
Yeah, if they did do 76, that'd be cool. They'd probably film it in West Virginia, but once again, I doubt it.
It wouldn't have to do much work to the road.
That's true. Yeah, they definitely wouldn't have to do any editing to bust it up any.
That's for sure.
Just go to Dundon there and film that.
Yeah. Which is actually funny because even movies that's based in West Virginia, like Wrong Turn, going a little bit off video game topic here, but even those ones are shot in Pennsylvania and Virginia.
Yeah.
So, I mean, West Virginia is still, I mean, that's a good place to record, I would think, because you get a lot of natural beauty and everything, especially in the fall time,
Right. Yeah.
because
Around this time.
the realistic apocalyptic feel, anyways.
Yeah.
But if it's already an upcoming thing, I'm sure it's already, especially how late it is in 2023, I'm sure everything's already recorded.
Oh, I
It's
would say,
just
yeah. It's just,
things
yeah.
point,
Yep. Editing, putting it all together and everything.
making everything squeeze in how it's supposed to squeeze in episode wise, figuring out when to release.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure everything is, like I said, a wrap at this point. It's just when we get it.
Sometime 2024.
Yeah. Or if they decide to pull by then,
Yeah, they might.
they take a Nintendo approach.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you leaked it? We're going to just do away with it. Forget everything we've already recorded and all the money we've already put into it.
That's right. We got more. We're Bethesda.
Yeah. Well, they're owned by Microsoft now, so yeah, they definitely got money.
Yeah. Parent company, baby.
That's right.
All right. A game we kind of crapped on the past couple of weeks turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And its reviews are out.
Cocoon. So it's an 89 on Metacritic, surprisingly, 24 positive, 1 mixed, 0 negative. That's basically all I got on it. But yeah, Cocoon, we was making fun of it, Caterpillar or whatever else. But apparently it's pretty good for what it is.
Yeah, it's a puzzle game out of all
Okay.
things, which is really shocking. Which, I mean, I can respect a puzzle game, especially being a Zelda player.
Right.
So it's one of those things. I didn't really do a deep dive on it. I mean, whenever I seen a Metacritic, it was an 87 or an 88. I can't remember which one. So it's gone up since I seen it. Whenever I sent the thing yesterday, so that's a good thing. So obviously, it's wound up being a good game that we was trashing just because the name is a
Just because of
little.
the name. Yeah.
But I believe it's also another space-based like puzzle game because I do remember seeing like aliens and stuff being mentioned in spaceships. So I
Okay.
guess Microsoft really landing with the
The
space
space
games.
thing. I guess so. I mean, I guess you can't judge a book by its cover, can't judge a game by its name, I guess. It sounds like a stupid little kid game or something, but apparently it's pretty decent. Puzzle game.
Butterfly later.
Butterfly, yes. That's right.
No, so if you got Game Pass, go download it and try it out yourself. If it wound up being pretty decent, I'd say I'll probably try it within the next couple of days.
Yeah, I might give it a shot.
I said, worst I can do is hate it.
That's right. Just never played again.
Well,
I do that to a bunch of games I try.
yeah, that was me with Liza P whenever I tried it.
I haven't tried it yet.
Dude, it is rough.
Is it?
Yeah. Forewarning for any of you guys listening, if you're terrible like us, you will be terrible at that game. But just a little backstory. It's not really a topic, but it goes on to the thing which I think it wound up getting like in. Did we cover it already? That critic score wise?
I don't think so. I think we just included it with the Game Pass games.
Okay, that's maybe what I'm confusing it for. But I believe it wound up scoring in the 80s as well on the Metacritic.
Okay.
It's a game based on a Pinocchio story. That's what it is. So P is Pinocchio. You play as that version of Pinocchio. You don't get a long nose in the game. You wind up getting swords and you go fight other puppets that realistically look like humans.
Nice.
So my story for the game is I go into it, you go for your first little tutorial area type of situation. Go through, you get your weapons, and then you start fighting. I thought I was doing pretty good at first, and then I go for the whole entire first area, make it out, to the last door. Hit the last door. It resets the chapter over. I'm just like, what just happened? And then so I go exploring a little bit more. I go to a door on the right, but I didn't notice it first. And then in that door is the quote unquote first boss.
Hmm.
And let's just say I cannot get past it.
It's always a fun game. You can't get past the first boss.
Yeah. So if you guys are up for the challenge and want to battle me and how far you can get in Lies of P, go for it. It's a pretty decent game. I enjoy dying in it. I've died a bunch, but I still can't get past the first boss, so I've gave up on it for a little bit. But I am on medium difficulty and not easy, but I refuse to go on easy, especially since it's a Souls-like game, because Dark Souls in the past, even though it was a different developer, but Dark Souls in the past used to make it if you chose like an easier difficulty, it would actually get harder.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid of doing that on this game. So I'm just like, I'm just going to stick how it's supposed to be. That way I know it's at least safe and worth saying if I wind up beating it.
So it's
But
fun,
I'm
just very hard.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a Souls player.
Yeah, I haven't played a Souls game in a long time.
I'm just in a game rut lately. I can't figure out what games I hate to say this, but I think I burnt myself out on Tears of the Kingdom playing it so much in the first, few months it was out, and I'm just like, okay, I need to find something different. Like I caught myself the other day playing like MLB The Show on Game Pass. I'm just like, I have not played a baseball game since literally the Backyard Baseball.
Backyard Baseball, that was a good game.
Yeah, that's the last baseball game I played, and it's been over 20 years since I played it.
Technically, the last one I played was Wii Sports Baseball, but
Yeah, I don't count that.
why? It's
That's a whole.
baseball. And Mario Super Sluggers, I played it. That's baseball, technically.
But you don't. I mean, you do the pitch and everything, but you don't do the whole entire console not console controller lineup to hit the ball to pitch and everything else. You just do your controller motion.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. You also don't got the option to. You either hit a single, double, triple home run, or you get out.
Mm-hmm.
Here and in Backyard Baseball, you could change your direction, steal bases, do whatever you want to do in a normal baseball game. While you just had your standard, what it was.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but technically, that's the last one I played.
I'll agree with you on that. That would be the last one I played as well, up until this point. But it's just in a burnout phase for me. So I'm just like, it's pretty bad if I'm playing a baseball game.
Yeah. I mean,
Trying to figure out right now.
I mean, I get what you're saying. You hate to admit that you're burnt out and Tears of the Kingdom, but thing of it is, you can only do so much in that game. I mean, yeah, there's a ton of content, but eventually you need a break. It's like Breath of the Wild. When we first got it, we poured hours and hours and hours, hundreds and hundreds of hours into it. And eventually it just got to where I needed something different, and then I went back to it later. So
yeah, which I'm sure it'll hit different once the DLCs are finally out for it and everything else. But
I
also,
don't know. They've been saying they're not going to release any DLC for it.
I ain't seen that.
It's what the developers said. There's no DLC. They packed everything they could into the game, and they think it's good enough the way it is.
I'm not going to argue with Nintendo. They tend to know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but I'd like to see the motorcycle come back. At least.
That would be nice.
I love
That's
that
the one
thing.
horse for me.
That's right. Just give it whatever. I always gave it apples because I always had a ton of apples, so I just put apples into it to fuel it up. But
yeah, which they could do so much more with it, especially with the Zonai power.
Oh yeah, I mean there's a ton of stuff they could do for DLC, or just even bring Trials of the Sword back.
Yeah, that way your Master Swords. I mean, oh well, I don't know. I don't think they would bring Trial of the Sword back. They might do a labyrinth situation if they was to do that, but I don't think they would upgrade the Master Sword how it would be upgraded because where you got the fuse abilities.
Yeah, you can fuse stuff to it.
So it would be, which I mean, it don't make a difference because it still gets the buff whenever it's around in this game Gloom, while in Breath of the Wild it's Malice.
Yeah,
but still, it still gets that buff once you're around bad stuff, basically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the same time, yeah, it could be to where you have it fully maxed out at 60 basically the whole time because there is no in-game file of what it actually is, except at the beginning of the game when it says it's a 1 because it's broken.
Right, yeah.
But, it is what it is. But let's get back on topics. We kind of went way down the rabbit hole in this one.
That's all right. Tears of the Kingdom's worth talking about.
Bethesda, sticking with it, is releasing a new Elder Scrolls game that got Shadow released.
Yeah, so Bethesda has shadow dropped a new mobile game set in the Elder Scrolls universe, available in early access for Android. The Elder Scrolls Castles appears to be a Fallout Shelter style simulation game from Bethesda Game Studios, the award-winning developer behind Skyrim and Fallout Shelter. Comes the Elder Scrolls Castles, a new mobile game that puts you in control of your very own castle and dynasty. Reads the game's Google Play Store listing. Oversee your subjects as the years come and go, families grow, and new rulers take the throne. So, I mean, it might be a pretty cool game if you're into the Elder Scrolls games. I'm not really a mobile player much. It has to be a pretty good mobile game for me to play it. I mean, I've played Clash of Clans off and on for 3 years now, so I don't have a whole lot of time to put into a mobile game personally, but if you're into Elder Scrolls and you have time and you like mobile games, go ahead, try it out.
Well, from what I've seen with these style of mobile games, especially since it's like Fallout Shelter, uh, usually those ones are uh, idle games anyway. So like the Tycoon, so basically you get rewarded for waiting around. I mean, yeah, you get more if you're on there interacting with it, but even when you're off for a while, you'll still get stuff for just sitting around and doing nothing with it. So just having it downloaded, if you're into it, you would eventually get stuff, just not as quick as you was actually playing it.
Yeah.
Well, Clash of Clans is kind of the opposite to an extent. I mean, yeah, you get more loot and stuff if you're going through and actively attacking people and everything else, but at the same time, if you don't play for 2 weeks, every single one of your things are going to be maxed out. You don't constantly have to do it and everything else. So for it being a pretty much click idle game, it's it is what it is. But Bethesda sees their success with Fallout Shelter, so they're just like, why not do it with 2 games?
Yeah, right. I mean, Fallout Shelter, and you can play it on the Switch and pretty much any mobile console. Switch is technically a mobile console, I guess. So, why not? And it's Fallout Shelter. I mean, I've never really played it. I've seen Cole play it, and it seems like it'd be a kind of fun game if you have time to put into it. That's just one thing I don't have as much time.
Yeah, and that's my thing with them. It's just once I do it, I'll download them and I'll kind of do what I've done with Tears of the Kingdom and just play a crap ton of it at once.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, okay, this is awesome. I like doing this, and then I'll just get burnt out on it. Granted, I get burnt out on the idle simulators a lot quicker than what I do actual video games,
right.
but still one of those things. I'm obsessed with that stuff at first. I'm like, oh, okay, this is awesome. I can do this, 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 and this. Get this maxed out. Get this maxed out. And I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I'm bored now. I'm deleting it.
At Granger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call, clickgranger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I haven't deleted Clash Clans, but I also don't play it that much. Once in a while I'll get on there, but that's just how I am with most mobile type games. Just get burnt out, don't play them.
Like I said, if you're a mobile gamer, it's nothing to you, and more power to you. Because I mean, I can't even do it. It's just one of those things. I don't really enjoy mobile gaming that much.
No, I mean, it's coming, especially on the Apple side of things. They're releasing console type games on the iPhone 15 when it comes out, for Apple Arcade stuff. So, I mean, time's coming that cell phones are going to be mini consoles. You can play games, if you have a controller, strap or whatever to it. You can just play anywhere with a controller and play a console type game, but actual mobile games is different than a console type game, obviously. So I just get bored too easy with mobile games. They just seem repetitive and limited, most of them.
Oh yeah, especially since these phones are getting stronger and stronger anyway, so they're going to be able to hold that. I mean, they're pretty much going to be pretty much mini PC. I mean, they already are mini PCs to an extent, but like actual like gaming PCs is what they're going to wind up turning into, or there's going to be a whole entire cell phone brand just dedicated to gaming phones, basically.
There kind of already
Eventually,
is Red Magic. It has like even a fan built in to cool it and everything, but they're really, really expensive. Which so are iPhones, but they're getting more and more serious every year with gaming, it seems.
yeah. I mean, they know that they can get a bigger audience that way too.
Yeah. And I'd say maybe I mean they may just stick with the phones and do gaming on there, but I think there's a chance that Apple may enter the console wars in the next 5, 10 years.
Huh. Wouldn't surprise me. They already jumped into streaming wars.
And they've got the money to, back it up if they do decide to make a console. They're kind of like Microsoft on that, if it fails, it fails, at least it's worth a try. They got the
Yeah,
money. I mean, they're not going to go bankrupt if it fails. So,
exactly. Um, Sega cancels multiple games that was in the making.
yep. So, according to IGN, Sega is facing financial issues mainly in its European bases, which forces it to make the uncomfortable decision of canceling Hyenas along with many other unannounced titles. Profiting has been a problem for Sega, leading it to undergo a restructuring aimed at increasing its efficiency. Sega has also indicated that it will explore additional measures to improve profitability in its European operations, with specific details to be announced once decisions are made. Hinting at the possibility of similar news in the future, Sega wanted to reassure its employees by saying that its main focus is helping those whose jobs are at risk and trying to find them other opportunities within creative assembly when possible. So, I mean, obviously, Sega's been through this before. That's why they stopped making consoles. They just stayed on the software side, and I hate it because I mean, I'm a big fan of Sega, but if they would just stick to the Sonic games, I mean, they'd be all right. But they're trying to, get other games out, which I understand, trying to broaden their approach a little bit. But if you're only bringing in so much money and you have so many employees for other games and stuff, I mean, it's just it is what it is. You're going to lose money. So Hyenas, they said that it was almost done, but there was a
Mhm.
bunch of bugs and other things that they were going to have to test out, and that was going to cost money, pay devs to do it, and take time. So they just went ahead and canceled it. I mean, it sucks, but they'll be all right if they just stick with Sonic. Keep. I mean, maybe just bring out some more DLC for Sonic Frontiers until you bring out its sequel. Sonic Superstars is coming out well, time of recording next month, but it's almost October. So, um, October 20th, 18th, something like that. It's coming out. So that'll help them out financially because I know a lot of people's going to buy that. So, like I said, just stick with the Sonic Sega and you'll be all right.
Yeah, which I mean, they're really kind of biting the bullet on the Sonic side too, because I believe they just released a couple free updates on Sonic.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah. I
think it
mean,
was a.
all of the DLCs have been free for Sonic
Mhm.
Frontiers. So that's what I'm saying. If they bring out some more paid DLC, that'll help until they get Sonic Frontiers sequel out.
Yeah, because people would pay for it being a Sonic game, which I mean they've been being nice with it, but at a
Oh,
certain
yeah.
point as a company, if you're especially facing financial hardship on another game that involved in animals, ironically enough, that could have been very successful. So I mean, especially since the game was pretty much just down to the polishing aspect of it.
That
It was
sucks.
just bugs. So you wasted who knows how many actual years because that hasn't been released yet
Oh,
on
yeah.
how long they on this game, which we know it's the modern age of gaming. So
Five,
unless
six
they was
years at
doing
least.
Yeah, as you say, unless they're doing an 8-bit or a 16-bit gig, it's going to take a while to do it. Which I'm assuming they was in the 3D space,
I'm
so
assuming it was next gen consoles, probably.
so it's one of those things. Like, how much time did you actually pour into this just to drop it?
I guess they figured it would be better just to cancel it instead of. I mean, they've already spent how much money on it for it to be a 50-50 shot if it successes or not. So
I mean, still, at least if they released it, they had a chance of people buying it. I mean, even if it turned out being like a Cyberpunk right away or a Redfall, people would have still paid for it at first, which I'm glad Sega didn't decide to take that route. So, I mean, respect to them on that part, but at the
yeah,
same,
which they're
I don't
old
want to.
school like Nintendo. They know, to not release a game until it's completely ready. So
I mean, especially since they was a rival before PlayStation even existed.
yeah, so they know. I mean, it sucks, but just get some paid DLC out there for Frontiers, and then even Sonic Superstars when it comes out. Maybe some paid DLC for it. People will buy it. Old school Sonic fans will buy it, and they won't think of anything of it if you charge for it. Nintendo charges for everything.
hmm And people will just be like, okay, I just got to do it because, especially in today's time of gaming, DLCs are everything.
Yeah, and I mean everybody charges for them. Not even just Nintendo. Everybody does. So it's normal. I mean, yeah, I know you already paid for the game. You don't want to pay for more, but a lot of people don't care to pay for more, and a lot of people grouch about paying for more, but they still do it.
Yeah, they'll still do it, or they'll be like, okay, I'm just not going to pay for the extra stuff.
I mean,
It is
yeah,
what.
but some people
I
will.
mean, if
I mean, that's just
not,
money you're going to make.
yeah.
Some, at least one person in the world will buy it.
I
That's more
mean,
money than you would make if you made it all free.
they say for the most part, companies they add the DLC in there. Yeah, maybe an extra $15-$20 or whatever, but it's usually $15 to $20 worth of gameplay that you get extra. I mean, yeah, there's some companies that wind up cheating you out and everything else, and those are the ones that get the thing to bad rep. But it's just like everything else. The bad always outweighs the good, no matter what. So that's what people always see is the bad side of it, opposed to the actual good side and the good quality stuff that does come from DLCs occasionally.
Right. Yep.
Like Call of Duty is really wore out with the microtransactions and everything else, Fortnite. So you got games like those that give the whole entire community a bad rap for DLC.
Yeah. I mean, Call of Duty and Fortnite, they need to just chill it out, tone it back a little bit with their advertising. I mean, the menu on the new Call of Duties and Warzone is just trash. You can't even navigate to play the game without something popping up on your screen or just having to dig through the microtransaction page to go play a game. It's stupid.
Unlike the older ones where you had an option to go to the shop if you wanted to, like in the main
Right.
menu.
You're right. Now you have to look at it in order to go play something. They should just make it where if you want to go buy something, just click on the shop and then go buy it. That's fine.
Like
Don't
we
shove it in people's faces
like you don't gotta as soon as I load up the game, you don't have to have me to press B just to get it
4
off the screen.
times to get every pop up off the screen.
It's like I know you're there. If I want you, I will get you.
I know you want my money, but you're not getting it.
No, you're already almost charging $70 a game. I mean, Fortnite's obviously a free game, but Call of Duty, I believe it's $70, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yet again, I'm already getting a $70 game. I'm not going to pay you more. Yeah, if you come out with map packs like you normally do, I'll pay more for those because you get that extra thing. The thing,
That's
it's worth
worth
it.
it. Not just skins, just gun skins and people skins. That's not worth it.
Let me unlock that stuff. Give me challenges to do, and I'll unlock it the fair way.
Fortnite is different. Like you said, it's a free game, but it's also you keep those skins year after year. Call of Duty, it's a new game every year, so you lose those skins you buy.
Yep.
I mean, unless Call of Duty makes it like when Microsoft takes it over, they want to make it a 3-year thing. At least that might be worth buying some skins or something. But if a new one's coming out every year, there's no point in buying a skin, in my opinion.
hmm And that's my thing with 2K nowadays too, because 2K's even in the wrap with it with all the DLC just for VC. It's just like, okay, I'm making a new build every year. Why am I dropping an extra $50 to? It's pretty much a pay to play at this point. Pay extra to play extra to pay at this point. Or to play,
Well,
yeah.
you either put a crap ton of hours into it to build up the VC, or you buy it up front and just put a crap ton of hours in to get the badges. So, I mean, either way, you're putting a crap ton of hours, but
Yeah. I mean, especially on the Switch side, just to get games, it's just like, okay, you have to be at least because it used to be, Xbox and PlayStation, you had to be a 90 to play pretty much Street. And then Switch right away, it didn't matter. The first year we got it for the Switch, it was just, okay, everybody wants to play because there's hardly anybody on here. So you play with 60s and everything else, and it was fine. The whole community was good that way. Now it's just like, oh, okay, no, we actually have to be the same with Xbox and PlayStation, and we have to be a certain rank and have these certain badges just for anyone want to be like, okay, let's step up and play.
yeah.
So, like I said, 2K's even getting bad with it now.
And 2K, they just need, they do something different. They have a next gen game and then they have a current gen game. Just make it the same again. I hate that because current gen gets what next gen got last year every year. So just make it the same. I hate it. I hate having different games for different generations. It's dumb.
Yeah, and this is something new they're trying because, I mean, yeah, they done it when the Xbox One and Xbox 360, when the Xbox One was the next gen. They done it then, which it made sense because it was the brand new thing. But after that, they was the same.
My career wasn't what it is now either. So, I mean, mostly people play My Career, and it's just dumb to have different generations have different things. Just make it all together, make it all cross-platform, not just next gen.
Yep.
Stupid. I blame Ronnie 2K.
Oh yeah, definitely. Calling you out, dude. All right. I believe, well, we went down multiple rabbit holes today. I was scared that we didn't have enough topics, and here we are, definitely a little bit past time.
Yeah.
So follow us on Twitter, get merch on Redbubble. I've heard lost TikTok. I was lazy this week. I forgot to cut a video, so you'll get one next week. You'll get one of what you're listening to right now, or people that comes to us, you'll know where you got us from.
That's right.
Facebook,
Discord.
If you need mental health help, we got better help on our side, and you can too.
Not nationwide.
Not nationwide. Not that jingle, not yet.
Nope. But it's in the description. Just hit that link. It'll take you to Better Help, and if you need some help.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Later, guys.
Talk to you guys next week.
Hey, Cricket customers, Max with ads is included with your Cricket $60 unlimited plan at no additional cost. Nice! Max is the streaming platform where you can watch Scoob, Meg 2 The Trench, The Nightmare on Elm Street collection, and so much more. Remember me. Just log in with your Cricket username and password to experience Max on all your favorite devices.
We've never seen this before.
Max, the one to watch for a good scream with Cricket. Phone plan streams in standard definition. Programming subject to change. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
See care in a new light at Madonna Rehabilitation Hospitals, where top medical minds lift you up, where the very best in specialized rehabilitation brings out your very best, where over 60 years of breakthroughs in research and technology spark your newfound strength. In our world-class hospitals, this is something greater than rehabilitation. It's renewed strength for life. Learn more at madonnarehab.org.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.